Hi everyone, I hope you're okay. It's Dave here. I just want to do a bit of I guess it's a reflective video today. Quiet, reflective video. As the situation develops whereby unprecedented mayhem, suffering, death, and illness takes place, which is becoming very evident to me, much worse than even I thought it would be. I'll come back to that in a minute. First of all, I just want to read the opening two paragraphs of my book, The Imperfect Individual, Why Our World is in Turmoil and How You Can Save It. The book will be available for purchase very, very soon, and I'll let you know. I just want to read the first couple of paragraphs to you, and here it goes. Imagine a glowing red sun sitting on the distant horizon and ponder this. Is the sun setting on a golden age for Western society, ushering in a dark night that never ends? Or is it rising to reveal a dazzling new day for humanity? Are the colours drab and grey or luminous and brilliant? Do you feel a cold chill, or are you bathed in a gentle warm breeze? I ask these questions because I want us to consider this pivotal point in the history of human civilization in which we currently find ourselves. I want us to reflect as deeply as possible why we think we are where we are, what we think will happen next, and most important, how will we use our immense values as individuals to influence that direction? I want us to ask ourselves this question: how much are we willing to take individual responsibility for healing our world? Now, this book that I've written at its deepest essence is a comment on Western society's attitude, strange and fretful and fearful and confused attitude towards life and death. I really believe we live in an era that has a strange relationship towards life and death. I said at the start, I wanted this to be a quiet, reflective video. Some days, particularly recently, I feel strong myself. I feel, despite the carnage that's enveloped around me over the last year, right now I feel strong. I know I'll be here till the bitter end. But a lot of people won't be as the winter of horrors approaches. And a lot of people have already paid the price for believing lies. Not a lie. The word lie doesn't do justice, doesn't accurately encapsulate and describe what has unveiled over the last couple of years. But what we do know is that as a result of a medical procedure that many people have either been forced to have under duress, or who have very foolishly decided was the best for their health, very many of those people have now died, or are suffering, are ill, or in pain. The suffering is unprecedented. We've heard for a number of years, since the year dot, about how the National Health Service is on the verge of collapse. We hear it every winter. I think it's evident now that actually is happening right now. And as I say, the winter of horrors is upon us. And that's the only way I can describe it. There is going to be huge suffering this winter, and it's pretty damning actually that it for some people it will take that level of suffering for them to open their eyes and to gain that perspective. This video, I just want to remember all those who have been harmed in the last couple of years, all those whose lives have been taken needlessly, old and young, in many different countries across the world, from many different cultures and backgrounds. I want to remember those as well whose lives have been damaged, whose lives have changed forever as a result of a unwise or forced decision. All those who have been let down by those who are supposed to at the very least do no harm, those who have sworn an oath, the Hippocratic Oath, to first do no harm. I hear from people every day now of the atrocious things that are happening, the horror stories of what's going on in hospitals, the way that people are being treated by these monsters that work in the health profession in this country. It's not everybody. I'm afraid to say I've come to the conclusion that the vast majority of people in the NHS are monsters. Utter, depraved monsters. I want to also remember people whose deaths have been weaponised. We heard for best part of 2 years about a number of people who died from COVID read with. Those I always use the phrase paying the vaguest bit of attention, or with half a brain cell. I sometimes say things like that, which maybe I shouldn't, but those who've got the ability to just pick out the grains of truth. They've been able to see that those people, 200 and odd people, died not of the thing that we were told, but they have died. Those people as well, I want to remember those people and their deaths. Many of those people have been weaponised in death. How disgusting is that? Let's not forget them either. All the people who've not been able to have cancer screenings, routine GP appointments, and who, as a result, have developed serious deadly conditions that can no longer be cured. I also want to just reflect and pray to whatever God there is, particularly those who are working in the health profession, in the hospitals, the GPs, NHS, that they can somehow find the strength to stop causing so much harm, that they can somehow find the strength to do the right thing, to admit they were obedient fools, happy to take a paycheck whilst abandoning all pretense of what it is to be a health practitioner, whether that's a doctor or a nurse. Values of compassion and care, and as I say, first do no harm. I pray that these people aren't of such low moral value that they would die and go to hell rather than put things right. And I'm also thinking about the people, they are a small minority now, but they still exist, who still can't see it. Still can't see what's being done. And for those who complied and who've now had the scales fall from their eyes, but who are in a state of shock or inertia and still can't find the courage to have a conversation, I pray to whatever God there is that they'll be able to do that. Because as the winter of horrors approaches, and that's the only way I can describe this winter, we need honesty, truth, and bravery more than anything else. So that's what I wanted to say. I'm cutting to the core of truth and lies, light and dark, life and death with this video. But just to remember all the people who've been affected, who've lost loved ones, whose lives have been destroyed completely needlessly on the back of a lie, on the back of the biggest lie that's ever been told. So as I say in my book, you know, we're the ones who get to decide what comes next after this short to medium term period of suffering that is already on us, upon us. And I guess the last thing to say is that to say that those of us who've seen it for a long time and who've tried to do something, that we continue to find the strength to stand firm, you know, stay strong, be resolute, and try and be there for those who really need us. I think that's all I want to say. I hope you're all good. I will speak to you very, very soon, and I will let you know when the book is finally back available to buy, which will be very soon. Okay, bye-bye.